Minister, there is a banking crisis unfolding in real time in front of our eyes in this country. It's one for which you, your party and your government are in large part responsible for, Minister. And I've listened to the TDs, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael TDs, one by one, raised to their feet in this chamber with fretting, with furrowed brows over the closure of banks in their constituencies. Each one careful to mention each town that has been stuffed by these decisions in recent times. Yet none of these TDs have admitted that there is a major problem with the market structure in this country with regards to banking, and that the government is responsible for that market structure. There's a crisis happening for a number of reasons, Minister, and the biggest reason is the unbelievably uncompetitive banking market that exists in Ireland. Now, this is a threat to staff, to customers, to small businesses, to farmers, and it's a threat to regional Ireland. And it's happening because we have a duopoly that was created by the former Minister for Finance, Michael Noonan, when he created a two-pillar banking system. Now, the two large banks have unbelievable supplier power. They can determine every aspect of their engagement, Minister, with customers. They literally can do what they like to customers, because if customers don't like it, they can get stuffed. They have literally nowhere else to go at this stage. I was talking to an individual, and in their town, they were saying, with the retreat of those banks, what are they to do? Are they to barter at this moment in time? Now, the banking market should entail a large number of players who are all smaller. This would reduce the supplier power, it would increase the buyer power of the customers, and it would equalise the power between both supplier and the customer. Now, anybody who's studying Leaving Cert economics at the moment will understand that. Even Mario Draghi, when he was the head of the European Central Bank, he referred to the Irish market, Minister, as a quasi-monopoly. Now, I've listened to you all night saying, I can't do this, I cannot do that. Absolutely. And I don't expect you to direct any bank to do anything. But you are responsible for the structure of the market. And that's the most frustrating element around this. And this hasn't been discussed so far in this discussion, that the economics of this has been absolutely absent. There's a desert of economics expertise coming from the government TDs in relation to this at the moment. Now, I've raised this a number of times with the last government, with this government, and I've called on you to do the job with regards to reform of the market. Yet you refuse to do it. And this is not unusual, because this type of market dysfunction is normal in this country. We have it in the beef market. We have it in the insurance market. The housing market displays market dysfunction. Now, I don't know what is the reason why the government won't get involved to fix it. Is it ideology or is it incompetence? I'm not sure exactly why the government sit in their hands when it comes to this. Yesterday, I spoke to the Minister for Public Expenditure in the Oireachtas Finance Committee, and he admitted to me that the government has no plan to fix the dysfunctional banking market in Ireland. He admitted that there's no plans to set up a stakeholder public bank. He said there was no plans to increase the banking capabilities of the post office network or the credit union system. We come in here and we listen to platitudes non-stop about the post offices and the credit unions, yet there is no plans at this moment of crisis in the banking industry for the government to increase the banking capability of these two groups. So, listen, the questions I have for you here is, one, do you accept that you're the minister responsible for the structure of the banking market? Two, do you have any plan to set up a stakeholder public banking system? Do you have any plan to increase the marketing capabilities of the post office network? Do you have any plan to increase the banking capabilities of the credit unions? Please, Minister, address these.
Minister has 45.
In the aftermath of the decision by Bank of Ireland, a major opportunity has been announced for post offices to go into partnership with Bank of Ireland to try to develop the services. I'm not sure if the Deputy was aware of that, but it's pertinent to the point that you're making. The second question that you put to me there is, do I have the plans to set up a new public bank? Is the Deputy aware of the work of the Strategic Bank Corporation of Ireland? Is he aware of the work that, for example, ISAF are doing in supporting Irish innovation, in supporting Irish companies? These, again, demonstrate the role that the state is playing in trying to put in place forms of investment within our country that the banking sector cannot do.